Nugget and I are going camping with Grandpa and friends, and we're at this super crazy four-wheeler, side-by-side, redneck campground, and there's no mask here. It's just good people having good time. Sadly, we don't have a side-by-side or a four-wheeler. Apparently, there's a lot of ATV trails around here, but we're going to spend the night here and probably tomorrow, and maybe try to find something to get into and just get out of the house for a while and get outside and all that fun stuff. So that's what we're doing. Ain't no social distancing going on here this weekend. Not seeing any masks either. Yeah, so I don't know what happened last night. My windows were rolled up completely. I don't know if the kids didn't shut the door all the way, but it rained last night. My seats are soaking wet. My headliner's soaking wet. I am so not happy about this. Like I said, all my windows are rolled up. I have them cracked now to let the humidity out of here. The joys of camping. Anybody have any suggestion on a product to get water stains out of a headliner? This sucks. I'm so not happy about this at all. Rule number one to having kids: you can't have anything nice. Yeah. So unless for some reason my Tacoma sprung a leak in the last 24 hours, I don't know where this water came from, but I am not thrilled. Yeah, this sucks. Welcome everybody to the 8th edition of the What's the Scuttlebutt podcast, Studio in the Box. This is the last in the series. This last one's going to be cut in all different times. Obviously the world's going crazy. We got COVID-19, we got fires everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the finished product. I'm going to show you the finished product for those of you watching all the other 7 parts. And then after this little part, we will show kind of backwards how we finished it. And then for the rest of you who haven't seen the other 7 parts, I've cut out all the editorializing, all the adventures if you will, and just did time sequences of me building the box so that you don't have to try to track down the other 7 videos. Even though I would appreciate if you did, because there are more content. Sorry, I'm tired. I've been camping, got sunburned, it's hot out here. And so let's just get to it. Thank you guys for following the series, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you haven't yet, I know 80% of the people who watch my videos have not subscribed, so please click on the subscribe link, click on the bell, share us with your friends. Thank you guys so much. See all this stuff in here? I don't know if you can see, it's kind of dark, but you'll get the idea. Now, I'm being lazy. I'm only gonna hook up one microphone. And so, really no reason to set up two microphones. So, get a microphone cable out from underneath. So instead of setting up all this stuff, all I essentially have to do is set up the microphones, take the laptop, put it right here, grab this cord here, plug it in the side. After I plug that USB in, all I have to do is press record, and now you can see I am recording nice and quick. And all it did was take me the time to plug in the box, plug in the microphone, and I would be able to sit down with my interviewer. And now this speeds the process up a lot, because I'll be honest with you, in the past, when I would get to set up an interview, it would take me probably 15-20 minutes to get this thing set up, get everything going, get everything recording. And now the other nice thing is once I get my level set on the mixing board, I don't have to move them around anymore. And so now this project allows me to do a mobile podcast interview, set it up 6.5 minutes, and we're good to go. So thank you guys so much for watching this series of the What's the Scuttlebutt podcast studio in a box. And if the camera's shaking going crazy, it's because Nugget just took the camera, which is fine. So thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe, share us with your friends, and we'll be good to go. So thank you guys so much. Have a good one. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a very blurry, there we go, episode of the What's the Scuttlebutt podcast in the garage podcast studio in a crate. Hopefully this will be the last episode in the series. I might put out one more just where I cut out simply the construction stuff, put it all together, and get rid of all the other stuff out of the video, so that if someone stumbles across this, they can just watch the video get made all in one time. So we're going to try to get the handle put on this today, painted, and all that good stuff. And if we're nice and quiet, we may hear people yelling at dogs and stuff, because, well, our old beagle is getting old, and he literally just went outside to use the bathroom, came in, and, well, used the bathroom again. Hi, Nugget. So let's get started. Which isn't error correct, but that came with the box. We got our spacers so that hypothetically if another crate would be set on top, you can get your fingers underneath it to lift up the crate, and same with the sides. This allows space, and then we got our handles there. This is a completely oversized hinge. I'm going to replace that at some point. I'm probably going to find a more error correct latch such as this. Look at this bad boy. Who knows what that is? Yeah, I'm going to do a video on that later. I'm going to refer to this as our Hollywood Holly liner unfinished. And this ugly thing, which I have to take paint thinner to that. But look at this. D-bail. Guess where that's going to go? Get rid of this. D-bail, airborne, 82nd. We'll do a video on that later too. Tucker's like, hey man, I'm trying to sleep over here. What are you doing? At. Okay, hopefully this next part I don't need to tell you guys, but if I do, I'll tell you. If you're painting outside, especially near your house, or your neighbor's house, it's raining. You can't paint in the rain, and you can't paint in your garage. You got a bunch of birds in your house, and the AC handlers in your garage because it sucks all the fumes up in your garage and shoots it in your house. Fun fact about birds, they don't have normal lungs like you and I. They have what's called air sacs. Basically the air travels through that sac twice. So whatever fumes you experience make you nauseous, they experience it twice. So they're more susceptible to inhalants, fumes, and other things of that nature. To the fact and point that most parrot owners will not use older pots and pans because when they get hot or burn food, meaning, you know, if you leave them on the burner without food in it and they get hot, or you let food burn for long portions of time, it actually creates a gas and lets off into the atmosphere and will kill parrots. And so, yeah. So, project gets put on hold once again. And so what do you do when you're locked up with nothing to do or nowhere to go? Well, you take a box that was given to you by your bandmate of your father who said, hey, maybe this will work with your World War II stuff, which it really doesn't suit the bill. But what it does suit the bill for is a travel trunk for my podcast equipment. As you know, if you listen to the What's the Scuttlebutt podcast, we often do mobile podcast interviews, whether it's in Fort Morgan, Alabama, whether it's in Georgia, Texas, or at a dog show. We travel, we go to where the show is, and so we need a way to secure our expensive equipment. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take this piece of paper, I'm gonna trace around the mixing board so I can cut it out of the paper to make a template. And so the last time we were together, I just finished this up. The glue was hardening. We're good to go. We have our new console tabletop that fits into here. And yeah, so what happened was we kind of made a big deal about engineering as we go, and so we cut this hole first and then came up with the idea for the bottom. And so what happened was once it's glued into place, it was actually hitting the edge, and so the top would not sit properly because this hole needed to go over about an inch so that this could sit down below this lip. And so what happens is this thing sits up like this and not flush like that. Not a big deal because, as you can see, I was able to take a flat blade screwdriver and pop our housing off. I need to sand that down. But first and foremost, before we get to all that, we have to cut a new top. And I just so happen to have, this is the other piece I stole from my father's house, which just so happens to be almost the exact width we need as a replacement tabletop. And so I'm going to trace this out and get this cut, but before we cut the center hole, we have to remeasure. here at the Digital 410 Productions Network have been trying to get some likes, and we want to get to 1,000 subscribers, because at 1,000 subscribers, as you all know, we can monetize. And so we want to bribe you guys to get to 1,000. So here's what we're going to do. Between now and June 29th, if we get to 500 subscribers, we're going to give away a $50 gift card to Amazon. What we'll do is when we get to 50, when we get to 500 subscribers, I will print out 1 through 500, chop them up, put them in a hat, let Nugget choose a number at random, and then whatever number coincides to that person who likes us, we will contact them. Nay, we will post a video with your name saying you won and give you a week to contact us back so that we know you watch our videos. And if we don't hear from you, we'll draw another name and another name until we give this $50 gift card away. So between now and June 29th of 2020, like and subscribe. Thank you much.
This has been a Digital 410 production.